Good day everyone, I'm Salvador Vincent from Visa 2-2. I'm the first presenter of the Group 9. Today we talk about writing instruction and procedures. First, why clear instruction matter. Clear instruction matter help people understand tasks easily and avoid confusion. They make work faster, safer, and more efficient, while poor instruction can lead to mistake and frustration. For learning objectives, it is the key characteristic, visual aid, systematic process, and also safety integration. Key, key characteristic, clear instructions are simple, direct, and easy to understand. And visual aid, pictures, diagrams, or charts are used to make instruction clear. And systematic process, instructions are planned, written, and reviewed step by step. And lastly, it is the safety integration. Warning and caution are included to prevent accident or harm. And last, it is the characteristic of clear instruction. First, it is the concise language. Use short, clear sentence without unnecessary word. Second, logical sequence. Instructions are arranged in the correct step-by-step order so they are easy to follow. And also the active voice. Instruction start with clear action word that tell the reader exactly what to do. And lastly, it is the consistent format. Instruction follow the same structure or style throughout the document to avoid confusion. That's it. Thank you for listening.
Hi everyone, I am Christine. Our topic is a step for writing effective instruction. Number 1 is analyze the task. Break down into discrete, manageable steps. This is fully understand what the task requires, then split it into small separate steps that are easy to follow and complete on time. Example, if writing instruction for making a peanut butter sandwich, break it down into steps like get a bread, get a peanut butter, get a knife, and etc. Second, know your audience. Know your audience is much completely to user will to user sorry much complete complexity to user skill level. Think about who will be using your instruction. Adjust how complex the steps are matched to their skill level. Don't make it too hard for beginners or too simple for expert. Example, for kids making the sandwich, explain what spread means. For adults, you don't need to explain. Third is draft with action verbs. Draft, draft with action verbs is begin each step with experative verbs. Start every step Start every step with a strong, clear verb that tells the user exactly what to do. Example, instead of the bread is placed on the plate, is place 2 slices of bread on in a clean plate. Fourth is review and test. Review and test is verify accuracy and clarity through user testing. Check if your instructions are correct and easy to understand. Have someone actually follow them to see if there are mistakes or parts that are confusing. Example, ask a friend to make a sandwich using your instruction. If they struggle to find a knife or spread evenly, fix those parts. Next is integrating visual aids. These are different kinds of image graphics you can add to make information easier to understand. Um, photos, photo showing actual equipment. This is use real picture of the tools or items users will work with so they know exactly what everything looks like. Example, in a camera manual, including a photo of the camera body pointing out the power button and lens. Second is diagram illustrating processes. Draw a simple and a clear visual that show how is how steps connect or how something works step by step. Example, a flowchart diagram showing turns on camera. Third is icons highlighting key points. Use simple symbols to draw attention to important rules or tips. Example, a warning triangle icon next to text that say do not point camera lens directly at the sun. Next is callouts identifying components. Add labels or boxes with text to point to specific parts of a visual and name them. Example, on a camera photo, use lines with text to level, LCD screen shutter button, and battery compartment. Two is best practices. These are rules to follow to make sure visual work well and don't confuse user. One is place visual next to relevant text. Put the image right near the words it explains don't make users look far to find what the visual is about. Example, if the text describes how to insert a battery, put the photo of the battery compartment right below the photograph. Excuse me. Use consistent style and colors. Keep all visual lookings the same. Use matching fonts, colors, and design so the material looks organized. Sample, use the same orange color for all call-out levels and the same font size or all caption throughout the camera manual. Lastly, add caption explaining content. Write a short description under each visual to tell users what they looking or what it shows. Example, under a diagram of camera setting, add a caption. Thank you.
Hi, good day everyone. I am Lorenzo Salvalion, third reporter of this group 9. Safety warming and caution. This slide is about safety warming and caution. These are reminders placed on product on instruction to prevent accident, injuries, or damage to equipment. There are three types: warming, caution, and notice. First is warming. This is used for serious hazard that may cause sev- severe injuries or even death if the instructions are not followed. Second, second is caution. This warning is used for situation that may damage equipment or product. Third, notice. This provide important information for the proper use of a product of device. For example, when using electric heater, the warning is to keep it away from water to avoid electric shock. The caution is not to cover the heater while it is in use because it may damage the device. The notice is to make sure that it is properly plugged in before using it. Effective warming placement. This is slide discuss effective warming placement, which refer to placing warming in the right location so that people can easily see and understand them. There are three ways to make warming effective. First is before the hazard. This means the warming should be placed before the danger occur so people can avoid these risks. Second is specific and clear. The warming should clearly explain what could what what could go wrong and how to avoid it. Third is highlight visible. The warning should be easy to notice by using clear color symbols or large text. An example is the caution with floor sign in a small. It applies before people walk on the with floor. The message is clear and the sign is usually yellow, so it is easily to see.
Good day everyone, I'm Michael Josa Sabado. So I'm here to discuss my topic about common pitfalls to avoid. First, assuming knowledge, don't assume users know prerequisite. Assuming knowledge, this happens when instruction expect people to already know certain information or skills. Not everyone has the same background, so instruction should include the necessary basics. Clear explanation help beginners understand better. Example of this is the guide says prepare the soil properly without explaining how. Beginners may not know the exact step. The second is overloading step, break complex action into smaller parts. Sometimes instruction include too many action in one step. This can confuse people and make the task harder to follow. Breaking tasks into smaller and simpler steps makes them easier to understand. Example of this, one step says, plow the field, level the soil, apply fertilizer, and irrigate the land. This should be separated into several steps. The third is missing alternatives account for different scenarios or paths. Good instruction should consider different situations. Sometimes the main method might not work, so providing alternative option helps users continue without getting stuck. Example of this, if there is no irrigation water available, the guide should suggest another method like rain feed planting. Number 4 is no testing, always validate with real users. Instructions or processes should be tested with real users before finalizing them. Testing helps identify confusing parts and improves clarity and effectiveness. Example of this, if the instructions are not tested with farmers or students, some steps might be unclear or difficult to follow. So, this is the key takeaways. First is clarity. First, use simple language, active voice, and logical sequencing in all instructions. Clarity is important in instructions because it helps people understand what they need to do without confusion. Using simple words, active voice in step-by-step order makes the instructions easier to follow. When instructions are clear, tasks can be done faster and with fewer mistakes. Example, instead of saying the soil should be watered before planting, say water the soil first, then plant the seeds. The second one is planning systematically means organizing the work step by step before giving instruction. It starts with analyzing the task, then designing clear step writing the instructions, and finally testing them to see if people can follow them easily. This process helps avoid confusion and mistake. Example, when making instruction on how to plant rice, first analyze what materials are needed, then list the step, prepare soil, plant seedlings, water regularly, write the instruction clearly, and test them with farmers or students to see if they need and understand the process. Short. Third one is enhancing content with visual means adding image, diagram, charts, or icons to support the written text. Visuals help readers understand information faster because they show ideas clearly and reduce confusion. They also make instruction more engaging and easier to remember. For example, instead of only describing how to plant rice or rice seeds, a simple step-by-step diagram can help learners quickly see the correct process. And the last one is prioritizing safety means making sure users are warned about possible dangers before they perform a task. Clear warnings should appear before the step where the hazard may happen so people can prepare and avoid accident. Using standardized formats like warning, Warning, caution, or danger helps users quickly recognize the risk. Example, warning, hot surface. Allow the machine to cool down for 10 minutes before touching the metal parts. So, this is the 4 key takeaways